What's up guys, it's Danta with another Mage Tower guide video. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to complete your Beast Mastery Hunter Mage Tower challenge in an easy way. Now this challenge is probably one of the most easiest challenges that there is. Anyone that doesn't know how to play BM can still complete this challenge, so that's how easy it is. Anyway, let's start talking about the gear, the talents, and after that, the fight itself. So as you can see, my gear mostly consists of Seraph Mortis gear. It's just gear that you can buy for 500 anima, I think. It's nothing special, everyone can get it. The only item that I'd say that I would recommend you guys to get is the Ravaged Seed Pod. Now this item basically leaves a puddle on the ground which deals a lot of damage and it also heals you. So if you want to get this trinket, all you have to do is just go to the Emerald Nightmare, kill the first boss. Basically you have 4 tries to get this trinket. You can do it on normal, heroic, mythic and LFR. Now if you don't get this trinket, don't worry, this challenge is a joke. Now let's talk about the talents. Now as you can see, my talents are almost like a Mythic Plus build, I'd say. It's not really that special. So as for my first talent, which is called Animal Companion, I chose this one because it gives you a second pet. Now having a second pet is very helpful because if you make a mistake like not interrupting the boss and he basically one-shots your main pet, your second pet will get aggro and you will have time to revive your first pet and make him get aggro again on the boss. So that's why I chose Animal Companion. Now since we are talking about pets, I'd say get a Core Hound, because Core Hounds have a high defense and they give you a Primal Rage ability, which basically is like having your own personal drums but better. Next up we have Scent of Blood. This talent really works well with Thrill of the Hunt, so that's why I chose it. It gives you a lot of damage. Natural Mending basically decreases the cooldown of your acceleration whenever you are using focus, which you are doing the entire fight, so it's a nice talent to have. And also because Camouflage is garbage during this fight, and Trailblazer you don't really need that at all, so Natural Mending is just your go-to talent. Now on the 40 row you can choose between Post Haste or Born to be Wild, because Binding Shot is literally garbage in this fight. It doesn't do anything actually, so I just chose for Post Haste even though I didn't use Disengage once. So I'd say go with Born to be Wild, to be honest, because it reduces one of your defensive cooldowns actually. So that was stupid of me, so just choose Born to be Wild. So as for these last 2 talents, just get Stomp and Aspect of the Beast, because Aspect of the Beast increases your damage a lot and Stomp is just a nice AoE to have for whenever these ads are going to spawn. So that's actually all there is to my talents. Alright guys, it's finally time to start talking about the fight itself. Now, first of all, this is the easiest Mage Tower challenge in the entire game. I think everyone can do this. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to play BM, you can still do this. It is very easy, and the main reason for that is because you have a pet that will just tank the boss, so you won't get any damage at all. Now the way this fight works is that you have to deal with 2 bosses. You have a Tauren boss and a Worm boss. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about each boss and tell you how to deal with them. So first of all we have the Tauren. So this Tauren doesn't do anything special. He has one ability that you have to interrupt, which is called Fel Burst. Now as a hunter you have your freeze trap, your counter shot, and you can let your pet stun him, so you have 3 interrupts, which is a lot. So basically make sure you interrupt Fel Burst, because otherwise your pet will die instantly. Now whenever your pet dies, don't worry, just resurrect it. That's why this Mage Tower is so easy. You can just resurrect your pet and he will just get aggro after a while again. So don't worry about that, but make sure you interrupt Fel Burst as much as you can. Now one of the other abilities that he's going to cast is called Earthquake. Now basically all you have to do is just avoid all the shit on the ground. That's how you deal with it. You will see these totems drop out of the sky as well. I'm not sure if the Tauren is doing that, but just make sure you destroy those totems, because if you don't, you will get stunned for 5 seconds and you might actually get killed if you don't destroy that totem. So just make sure you keep your eyes open for the totems, destroy them with a Cobra shot. It has like 100 HP or something, so don't worry about those totems. So that's actually all there is to the Tauren. Just avoid all the shit on the ground, make sure you interrupt Fel Burst, make sure you destroy the totems that you see, And that's basically how you deal with him. Don't forget to use your mend pet all the time, so just keep spamming it, because whenever your pet is full HP and you use that ability, it will heal you up as well. Now next up we have the worm boss. So this guy starts with a 90% damage reduction whenever you start the fight. So the way you're going to get rid of that is by making him dash through these rocks that you see in the room. Now after hitting 9 rocks, he will have 0% damage reduction. So after that you can just start damaging him and he will take full damage from you. Now that's not the only thing that you have to do. Basically after some time the worm will start casting Sonic Scream, and you can counter it easily by using your Scare Beast. Now what I did was I made a macro, I'll leave it in the description below, which will just immediately target the worm and cast Scare Beast. That way you interrupt his Sonic Scream and you won't lose any HP at all. Now during this fight there will also be these eggs dropping from the sky or something like that, and they will eventually hatch into worms. So this is why I talked about Ravaged Seed Pod at the beginning. Basically what you want to do is just use that trinket whenever these ads are going to spawn, and your trinket will just deal an insane amount of damage and get rid of these ads pretty fast. Now don't worry if these eggs hatch, because these worms don't deal a lot of damage. Just make sure that you cleave them down if you can't kill them whenever they are still in the eggs. That's basically all there is to it. Now guys, those are the mechanics that you have to deal with during this fight. But there is just one more thing. Whenever you kill the Tauren, the worm will get a damage increase of 400%, so you gotta make sure that you keep interrupting his Sonic Scream. If you don't do that, it will immediately one-shot you, so just make sure that you are rotating your interrupts. You can't use counter shot on him whenever he's going to cast Sonic Scream, so make sure you have your Freezing Trap, or your Scare Beast, or the stun of your pet. So just keep interrupting his Sonic Scream till he's dead, and that's how you complete your Mage Tower. So that's it for the Beast Mastery Hunter Mage Tower challenge. Now as you can see, this fight is very forgiving, because if you make a mistake, you can just resummon your pet. It's very easy, and as I said before, anyone that doesn't know how to play BM can still do this. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope that this video helped some of you out. And if it did, don't forget to leave a like, and well, if you want to support the channel, leave a subscribe. If you didn't like this video, well, you know what to do. If you have any questions or suggestions, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.